Hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Let me see if I'm up on my iPad. All right, there I am. Anyway, hello. We're going to be painting the owl and the moonlight tonight. I didn't really know what to call it. Owl and the moon. Moonlight and owl, whatever. I'm not real creative when it comes. I like simple names. That way I'll know what to say. Find how to find it. But anyway, I'm going to turn this around. I know some will be coming on here probably, but I am fixing to start tonight. I know I was supposed to come on Tuesday, but then Mr. FB was having all kinds of, they had some outages and stuff, so that hurt coming on Tuesday night late. So anyway, let me get this flipped around. Yeah, I'm on the right page. I'm almost sure I am. Let me make sure. Yes, I am. Okay, let me get this flipped around. Let's see here. Flip and turn. There we go. So I'm going to pull it down just like that. All right. Let's see if I got in here really good. Focused. The replay is always available, so if you do not catch the live, don't worry. I got to see which way I need to go with this. I think this way. The replay is always available, y'all. Okay, so the colors I have out, and I think this is all I'm going to use. I'm not really sure yet. But anyway, it's black, dark green, yellow, orange, and red. And I don't know if I added another color. I might have. I'm not really sure. But if I did, that's okay. I went ahead and traced out my picture. And what I did, I went ahead and then outlined a lot of it with just a fine tip marker, because I'm fixing to paint over it. Now you can paint the whole thing and then let it dry and then outline it, but I wanted to show you what I was going to do with it. So anyway, so this is our picture tonight. Let me put it over here just a little bit so you can get it all in there. There we go. Now you can see it all. So again, these are the colors I'm using, and what I'm going to start with first is the orange and the red. And we're going to do the whole background with the orange and red first. So I'm going to use, this is a 3/4 inch brush here. And I'm going to pick up the red and the orange and just pull some. Now my red says it's true red, but it's really not. It don't look true red to me. So I'm just picking up both colors on my brush, and we're just going to do the whole thing down to this area in this color first, because we will have this as a background color. So I'm just going to do the whole thing in this, and then I'll show you what we're going to do after that. So I'm just going to outline this whole little thing, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. The steps, I'm trying to do it easier, so it will be easier for those that are not well versed in painting. So I'm just picking up orange and red, and so I'm just trying to do it so the steps will be a little bit easier. I know some things we do a little bit harder, so we're going to try and get it to where maybe it's a little bit easier on some things, but that way we can, everybody can enjoy painting. Okay, so I'm doing my moon right now, and I'm doing the orange and the red. We'll come back with the yellow, but I just right now want to get my colors in there, and I'm covering everything right now because it's going to have to dry. So I'm going to get all of that in there. I'm going to put a little bit of the orange in there now. I'm at the round some spots here, and then I'll come back with my yellow when I get through painting my background. So picking up the red and the orange, and we're just doing the whole picture down to the mountain part. And it's just a clicking. Let me hold it. There we go. I'm using a canvas I don't know why I decided to use a canvas, but I did. So usually I like to do it in my book, but I thought, well, I'll just use a canvas tonight. This is an 8 by 10, what I'm using, canvas. And so I will do my sides. I'll eventually do them. I'll do them when it dries or whatever. I'm going to probably do them a reddish orange and then black at the bottom. Or I might do it black all the way around. I'm not sure what I'll do it like. Okay, so I need this to dry. And so I'm going to do it pretty thin because we've got to get that greenish black in there. It's a green black tone is what we're putting over it. So I want that to dry pretty good. Nothing hard so far, pretty easy. Just got orange and red put in the background here. Okay, what I'm going to do now, since we've got our orange and red in there, I'm going to get a little bit more orange. And so we're going to add just a little bit of orange to some of this right here. This is our moon. So I'm going to add some orange tones. I did everything. I took orange and red on both sides, and I'll show you real quick. You can go back and watch the replay. But I was looking for my red. I don't know what I did. Oh, there it is. Okay, I took my red and my orange side by side, and I'll just show you what I did. Well, hello, Luann. Welcome, love. Took the red and the orange and just pulled it in. Got both on each side and then did my background. Okay, I want it kind of mixed because on top of it, we're going to do a black green tone. So we just kind of want it mixed. So I'm going to work on my moon right now. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start adding some yellow in it. Just spotty here and there. I want it mainly around my owl. Let me hold this real quick. And I'm adding just a little bit of that highlights in there and around my tree right here. Around some of the edge maybe. Just to get some of that shine in spots. So you can start to see that it's getting bright, and I think I'm going to use just a little bit of white. I'm not sure if I put white in there, but I just need a little bit of white to add to that moon. And I'm going to do these in hey Rosie, I'm going to do these in very simple steps. That way the newest of the new in painting can do it. Put white, and now where that yellow is, we're going to tap in this white. Because we want it real bright around here. Pick up a little bit more of the yellow and just tap where that white is. Just because we want it to be bright in those spots right there and down through here. See how that's doing? It's making it a brighter. It's lightening it up. We want some of it light, some of it dark. Then I'm just going to spot it around. So I'm going to take my brush. And I'm just going to take some yellow and just tap it in there. Just get some little spots of yellow in there, like that. So we're just tapping around with our brush. Okay, now we're fixing to start on the back of it. And I'm going to make sure it's dry. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to dry it with the dryer. Very quick light. Because you do want to make sure that this is dry before you start on the background here. So let me, not that, I'm going to just touch it real quick. There we go. Okay, so our background is dry. And see, by using the Sharpie, and use a fine tip Sharpie or something like that, and then just outlining it. That way you can see when we start doing filling in the tree and stuff, since it's all in black. So what I'm going to use for the background, we're going to do the background before we do anything else. We're going to work back from the back forward. So we want our background done first. And I'm going to take and There are a couple of ways you can do this. You can use a paper towel, and I did not put this in the instructions, and I totally apologize. You can use a paintbrush, but to get texture in your painting here, where it looks splotty and stuff, you really need like a paper towel or a sponge or something. So just wad up a paper towel, just like this. Just get it all wadded up. Then we're going to pick up some green here and pick up a little bit of black. Then I'm going to just tap it around on my paper towel. Get a little bit more green because I want more green than black. So then I'm just going to tap it off. Then we're just going to start where the moon is, and we're going to go kind of around it. Now I may have to use a paintbrush to outline it. Then we're just going to start tapping it in. Now I'm not worried about the tree and stuff because I should be able to see my tree and all. So we're just going to go around the moon right now and just get this greenish black just tapped in, just like this. We want it splotty. Splotty. How do y'all like that? Y'all like that word? Splotty. It's a new name. And so I'm just touching my paint around like this to get that textured look. If you'll look at the picture, you'll be able to tell that that's kind of what we did. So we're just blotting it on. And you still want some of that orange to show through. And so I'm going to get real close to my moon. And like I said, I'm going to have to take a paintbrush, and I probably will, and go around it and do like a black halo like. Get a little bit more green, a little bit of black. It's a lot of green, really. It's really surprising how much green is in it. So we're going to go on down this way, and I do want to go to the very end of where my mountains are, or my hills, or whatever you want to call it. We're just going to blot it in like this. And each one's going to look different because it's just kind of hard to get that same look by using this method. But we're going to get real close to the edge, like I said, and we will use our paintbrush to get really close and put like a halo around it. So picking up the green and the black, we're just going to blot all this stuff around, blot it in, get that green going. And we'll come back, and if we need to do any touch-ups with different colors, we'll do it. But right now I just want to get the green and the black in there on the edge. You want to go all the way to the edge. Go to your edge and let's blot it, splot it, mark it, whatever you want to call it. Blot it in. Wondering if people are having problems getting on FB. Were you? Oh wow, Luann, I didn't know that. I haven't been able to, but I haven't been on the last little bit. So I was talking to my sister and my mother, so I haven't been on. I mean, I posted, but as far as getting on live, they may be, and that's okay. And I know I had to reschedule, and people have things planned. That's why there is always replay. So if people can't come on, you know, when I'm live, that's fine. I love to have y'all come on, but hey, we all have stuff going on. Totally understand. But they may be having problems. I don't know. I didn't know there was problems tonight. I know there was the other night because it wouldn't let us do anything. I mean, it would go on and then it would freeze. And so it's like, then I heard that Facebook was having, they were having issues with some kind of issues. I don't know what they were having, but they were having issues. So we're just going to keep on doing this. I'm going to get around my moon again. Make sure I get really close to my moon. And I still want some of that orange to shine through there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this out because this is messy now. And I want to add just a little bit of the, I'm going to get another one. I want to add just a little bit of the yellow and orange in spots just to brighten it up just a little. I don't want a lot of yellow, and then I'm going to want that orange. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to put a little on the ends, and I'm just going to go around spots and just add some of this in it, which is going to make a green tone, which is what it's supposed to do. But I'm going to try and get the orange and the yellow to show up more than green. So we're just going to do little splots here and there, blotches, whatever you want to call them, just to kind of mesh it in together. Get a little bit more orange and green up in here. I think I'm going to do a little bit more green right here, a little bit more black. Where you think you need the black or the green, and I know this is tapping, I apologize, y'all. Just tap it in there, just to get the texture that you want. Just work it in. I want to try the sponge. I didn't try the sponge, but I do want to see. You can already see the difference. It's starting to get like we want, but around the moon, I do want it a little bit darker. So I'm going to get the green and do it close to my moon. Get some more green and black. And I'm going to try and be very careful because I really don't want to get in my moon. Just want to go to the edge of my moon. Okay, so that's looking good, just like that. Nothing hard, very simple, very, very simple. We got it all splotted in, and the colors, I may want to do it a little bit circular some, just to, so it won't look like spots coming through there. We want it to kind of blend, so we're just going to take it and I'm going to rub it just a little bit. Wet my sponge just a tad, and then kind of rub it. Still wanting that orange to show through there, the reds and orange, but we're going to just kind of move it around just a little bit. Just like that. That way you can see those colors coming through. I'm going to kind of get this off my tree so I can see where my tree is. There it is. Okay, so that's good right there. You can still see the moodiness of the sky and all. Okay, over in here, I want to take a brush now. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this yellow, I think. And we're just going to add a little bit of lightness, like down through here. So we're going to take it, and then I'm going to wipe it. So we're going to take it, and then I'm going to wipe it. Because I just want it the bright, you know, just for it to show up just a little bit, and then we're going to wipe it. Now use a rag if you don't like your fingers on it. Awesome. Okay, I'm glad you did. Hey Debbie, I didn't see you come on. Finally got alive. I'm glad you made it. Okay, so we're just getting that yellow in there just to give it some brightness around in here, and some orange. I'm going to do a little bit of orange and red over the top of this, because when you do, it's going to brighten it up with that yellow. Orange and red, and we're just going to do some orange and red with a little bit of that yellow, just to bring some bright tones in there. And then on this side, do the same thing, just to get some brighter, lighter spots coming in, just like that. Now right here, I'm going to put a little bit of green, because I want this to be pretty dark through here. Then I'm going to get my black and go over it like this. And we're just going to tap it in. Use your paper towel if you don't like getting paint on you. It doesn't bother me. We're going to make this a little bit more moodier right here. So I'm adding my black. Now we're just getting black and just adding some black. Getting my paper towel, and we're just going to mesh it in there, because I don't want it to look like strokes in it. Okay, I'm going to do a circle around my moon now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do black. And what I'm having to do, I'm probably going to make mine a little bit smaller than what it actually was, because I got real close. You could Just be very careful when you do it. My moon's going to be a little bit lopsided, but that's okay because I went over it. So then when I get a little bit like the orange is showing here, I'm going to do the black because I want that black. I want it to be real moody right there. And then I'll get a little bit of the green just to mesh it in. So I'm going to get some green and we're going to pull it out because I don't want there to be a circle there. So I'm adding that green right next to it and I'm pulling it out like this. Just meshing it out. Just going out with it. Now mine's a lot smaller because I did it on a 8x10. So I decreased my size and did it for an 8x10. So that's why mine's going to look smaller too. So we're just pulling all of this out where that black is. And mine's crooked, y'all. You have to forgive my crooked moon. I went over it. So anyway, we're going to make do. I'll fix that right there. But as far as everything else, I'm going to leave it. Okay. Now let me get a little bit of orange and white. And I'm going to fix my moon right there. And I'll show you how to do that. If you go over like I did. Okay, I'm going to pick up some white. And then I'll come back with the orange and red. But we're going to do some white right through here. Just to straighten up my moon. I got my moon crooked. I don't like a crooked moon. But anyway, this will just show you how you can fix it to make it if you mess up like I did and you went over. That's why you have to be careful. You might want to use a sponge or use your paintbrush and then come back with paper towel and do it. So I'm going to try and straighten it up and then I'll come back and fill it in. Let it dry just a minute. Okay. Okay, that looks a little bit better. All right. I'm going to go ahead and fix it while I'm right here. I'm picking up yellow and red. And we're just going to come back over that, where that white is, with the yellow and red. And just fix my moon. Hope y'all are having a good week. It's Thursday. It's almost the weekend again. I cannot believe it. We've got the flu going around here like crazy. Schools and everything. My husband's got it and it's been something else. Instead of the big C, it's the flu this year. But I know at church, we had church last night and we had like 2/3 of the congregation was sick. So it's like, oh my goodness. So, I don't know. I'm not hugging nobody. I'm not shaking. We'll keep our distance. No hugging tonight. So, okay. That looks better. I'm more pleased. That looks better to me anyway. I had to straighten it up, y'all. It does go way too fast, Luann. Absolutely does. Okay, I'm just going to go right back on the edge and do it black again. Just right around the edge, just like that. And then we're fixing to start with our tree and all. This one is not hard at all, y'all. It's very easy. There we go. Then if you want more lightness in your moon, you can always go back to the yellow and white. And I'll show you. You didn't. Are you on the, Barbara, are you on the texting? If not, you might want to just sign up for the texting. And that way I can let you know when we're going on. So I'm adding some yellow and white. Let me get a little bit more yellow. And we're going to add some yellow in there. And then I'm going to tap it off with my paper towel. And that just gives it a brighter look where you want some brightness coming in from your moon. Now I got a little bit of black in my paintbrush from doing that black, but that's okay. There we go. So just like that. And that's how you bring your brightness in for the moon. Okay, we're going to start now on our tree. Now the easiest way to do this tree, I would say, would be to use your, if you're not used to painting, is to use your marker. But if you want to practice painting, just get you a brush that has a good tip. Now I'm using the filbert. You could use an angled or a round, whatever. Okay, I understand, Barbara. I do understand that. Well, this week is just kind of strange because of us having to reschedule. So usually you'll know exactly when I'm coming on. And I don't know. But anyway, it's all right. Everything's always on replay. Y'all know that. So we're just doing some little wigglies through here because now these right here have disappeared on me. So I'm just going to kind of do what I think I had, and it doesn't matter because they really don't matter how they go. You can do them however you want on your trees. And they're black. You want the black limbs. I'm going to try and get it real black so I can kind of see. I'm going to let it come up in there. Then I'm going to just continue to do my base part here. Now I have a bigger limb coming this way. So I'm going to fill it like that and then just come on up this way. It's not hard to do. It's really simple, y'all. And don't be afraid to try something. Even if it don't look the greatest, try it, and then the more you try, the better you'll get at doing things. I know, Barbara. That was horrible. I was so aggravated. But then I come to find out, it was Facebook's. They had a problem. So anyway, they had some kind of outages or something. I can't remember. Somebody put it in one of the groups I'm in, a business group, that there was like outages with Facebook that particular night. So I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, so we have a limb coming up this way. And like I said, mine has disappeared. I'm going to turn it upside down so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to pretend like there's one here, okay? I'm going to do it about right here. Get me some black. And we're just going to make a limb going up this way off the tree. And then as it gets closer, we're going to get it smaller. It's going to start kind of big and then get smaller as it goes up. Then let's see, we have another one coming this way. So, and then it gets tiny as it gets further up. I'll finish it out once I get all this in there. But I'm going to go ahead and do my top. See how, I think I'm going to go up high. I think I did go up high. Have another one coming off that way. And then we're just going to get some branches going off here and there. Some little light pieces. Now here, if you want them really narrow, I would say use a fine tip marker. Because some of them get really small as you go up. And so I'm trying to keep mine pretty chiseled across the edge. That way when I come up here, if I lightly do it, it will do a light marking. And it won't be so wide. You just keep a light pressure on your paintbrush. And then it'll do a lighter, a thinner and lighter marking. The more that you press down, the wider it'll get. So I'm going to do a little one there and one coming off there. And then we're going to do this side. And I'm going to do this one starting off a little bit wide. And I know some of y'all know, but maybe not everybody. I put in on the site some photos of some paintings that I need y'all to vote on if y'all want what y'all want in November. If you would like another fall one, let me know. But I put mainly just Christmas, winter and Christmas and stuff like that. So just vote on them if you want one of those. If you don't, just put in the comments what you would like to see painted. Okay, I'm going to do this one. Go ahead and do that and do a little short one there. Then we're going to make some big ones up here, or longer ones, maybe not too big, and just kind of do them crooked in here. Let's see, I'm going to go back over this. We may highlight them a little bit with some green or something if they start disappearing in the paint, like in the painting here. Okay, I'm going to do a lot of little limbs off of this one here. There is a limb that comes this way, and just it's like a little limb going down that way. And then we're just going to start doing just little branches here and there. Hello, hello, Holly. Hey, you're fine, sweetie. There's always replay. You know that. There's always replay. Thank you, thank you. Good. I'm glad you saw it. Yeah, and y'all, your vote counts, okay? If you don't vote, there is no way I can paint what you like. And don't worry what everybody thinks. Just go for what you like. Sometimes I'll do extras because somebody, oh, I really like that. Would you please paint it? You know, so I'll try and fit it in somewhere. So I'm just trying to do, just like I said, mine disappeared. So I'm just trying to get some branches in here that would look like some weird branches. So, and like I said, this, you can just go your own way. It does not have to be exact, okay? We're just getting little branches going here and there. And really, to get these right here, I am going to use this marker, because I'll tell you why. I want these to look a little bit crooked, and it's so much easier to do it with something fine tip. I don't want them so straight, so I'm going to do them really crooked like that. And this is one good thing about this. You can do that. I'm going to do some little humps in this. And then this one also, I want to do it kind of like it's not straight. You want to kind of move your hand to make it go crooked on you. Okay, and same with this one. I just want them crooked, just like that. See how neat that looks? Just by doing them like that. Just by moving your hand, just wobbly. You want those eerie looking limbs out there. Okay, let me see. I do want to do this one also, kind of crazy. And maybe a couple this way. Do them kind of, I like the unevenness, if you want to call it that, of the branches. Just doing kind of making them a little bit creepy looking. So we're going to do that also with this one. Just do a little hump right there. And then just wiggle it in there. Hey, Judy. Welcome, welcome. Aw. Well, I thank you. I thank you. What's that, Luann? Yeah, Luann, I thank you, sweetie. But not everybody's taste is the same. I know some people like more whimsical, and I love whimsical. But I tend to go more for, I don't know what it, probably more leaning towards a fine art. And, but I like them all. That's why I want to do what y'all want. So, when I first started out, all I painted was whimsical because it was just easy. And I love painting whimsical because it is easy. But I'm going to go back over some of this because I can see where some of the white is. So I just want to get in there really good with this black. Okay, I'm going to mix my green and my black just like that. We're going to get a real dark green, but I'm going to do it over some of this, and I think it'll show up maybe, and again it may not, having the green background. I don't know. We shall see. But I do want to go back over it because it will start to disappear in the painting, being that we have a dark background. And I want my branches not to disappear so much. I may have to do a little bit more light over here so we can see where these branches are. I'm trying to do them crooked with the brush and doing them a little bit thicker so that we can see them a little bit better. I think that's all right like that. Okay. Now we're going to paint our little owl. Now if you don't want to use a paintbrush, use your marker. Use the permanent marker. But if you're wanting to learn how to use a paintbrush, now I promise you, the first probably year I painted, I did the easiest thing that I could use, and that was I used the marker all the time when it was outlining or something like that. So do not feel bad if that's what you're using, because I promise I used it. I wasn't comfortable at all with some paintbrushes, so it was like in tiny areas really spooked me out. But once you get comfortable and start painting, you got to get comfortable in painting, and then you don't mind trying things. Now what I'm using is an 1/8. This is an 1/8 flat, and I probably didn't put that, y'all. When I try and think of supplies to use, it's like, okay, what am I going to use? And sometimes I think I put the marker because I was going to use the marker. I'm going to do a little bit of feather tail, even though in the original it's not like that. But we're going to do it now. I always change up, so it doesn't matter. And so I'm just filling it in. I usually try just outline that whatever I'm painting. I try and outline it and then just fill it in. I believe I did put the marker. So if you're not comfortable with the paintbrush, use the marker. And then you will eventually, I'm going to make the owl a little bit bigger. There we go. Well, it almost looks like a cat now. Let me make his body just a little bit bigger. There we go. Now, all right. We are getting there. Okay, now we're going to start on the dark. Well, I'm going to do the background first. The bottom, and it's pure black. We're going to do it dark, dark, dark. So I am just going to take my big brush and we're just going to paint it black. Using a 3/4 inch flat brush. And that moon, yeah, I do too. And anywhere you want the light, what we did first, Judy, was paint it green, orange and red. And then I come back with yellow and did some yellow in it, and then took white and did it on top. So anywhere you want the light, you'll have to do that if you do it the way I did. And I tried to do it in a sense to where it would be easy steps to do, and it wouldn't be hard to do. So we're just going to outline this hill right there. I'm going to come up just a little bit more. There we go. And we're just going to paint the hill in, because it really doesn't matter. This is just all dark through here. I'll probably come up a little bit higher than I wanted to, but that's okay. Then we're going to do our trees. Like I said, this is not a hard painting, y'all. It's very simple, and that's what I want. I want a couple of easy paintings in the month. That way, you don't have to take a long time to paint. That they're very easy to do. And not a lot of colors and a lot of steps. It's just very simple. So that's what I'm trying to come up with. Because I know there's been some hard ones. I do know that, y'all. But that's all right. You may come back once you learn a lot and want to try it. I tried one. Okay, about my, I'm gonna get my painting that I did. I probably did it. It was probably about the 4th painting or 5th painting I ever did. Let me see if I find it real quick. Oops, I'm knocking stuff over. Of course I am. I'm gonna see if it's right here. That way I don't have to get up far. I thought I had it right here at me. I don't see it. Let me look. I just had it the other day. Let's see what I did with it. Because I didn't want to get it messed up because it's one of my favorite paintings. And I still love it today. It's just, I'm going to see if I can see it. If y'all got a minute, I'm going to look. I'm looking around. I've got so many paintings here. But I thought, I'll keep this right here so it doesn't get messed up. And I moved it somewhere. Of course I did. Where? Oh well, I may see it in a minute. I'll go ahead and do this. I thought it was right here behind me, but it's not. I put it somewhere because I thought I don't want this thing to get messed up because it's one of my favorite paintings. But it was like my 4th or 5th painting to ever do. And so I promise you that you can do very, very well. Just try. The thing is just get buckled down and try it. So I'm just painting the sides right now black so I don't have to come back to that since I've got black on my painting brush. All right. I would love to show you, but I don't even know where it's at. I don't even see it. My first painting I ever did was a whimsical truck. It was a springtime one. I remember it so well. It was whimsical with flowers and stuff on it. And I put it on my Facebook page not too long ago. Well, no, it's been over a year ago. It's probably been a couple of years ago. Just to sell it, see if anybody would buy it. And I had a lady buy it for $40. And I was like, you got to be kidding. To me, it was so childish looking. But, hey, she loved it. So it's like I kept a copy of it. Okay, wait. I see it. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to go get it. Hold on. Well, I thought I saw it, but that wasn't it. That's awful. I don't know what I did with that thing. I am very aggravated. I'll find it when I get off. I'll find it once I get off. That's very aggravating, though. It turned out really good. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But anyway, let's get back to this. I'll find it, and when I do, I'll show y'all one day. Paula, you're not feeling well? I hope we'll be praying for you. I know there's a lot of junk going around right now. Flu's going around, and my poor husband's been sick, and he's usually not sick, but he has been sick the last few days. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my little trusty little paper towel here, And I'm getting my green and some black. I want it to be a green hue up through here. So we're going to just kind of tap it in just a little bit on the edges here with a little bit of that green. If the green's too bright, always add just a little bit of the black to it. I'm using a very dark, and I mixed my own green. I had a lighter green, and I added a little bit of brown and some black to make it a dark hunter green. If I don't have the right tone that I want, I'll just mix it. So I'm just adding some green right along the edge where my heel is. Right there. Now what I want to do, because I want it to be a little bit lighter here because of my trees coming up, I'm going to take just a little bit of the orange and red mix, and I'm going to just go right over some of this, just like this, just to add it so it'll be brighter. See how that brightened it up just a little bit? And I might add just a little bit of that yellow too, just so we can get some little brighter spots through here, just like that, just so you'll be able to see where my trees are. Whoops, I picked up some white. That's all right, we'll just tap it in just like that. I got some more. Let me get some orange and red. Now there we go. We're just going to tap it in right through here, because I want there to be a little bit of brightness through here. Get that red and that orange and tap that around. Okay, it's got to be a little bit lighter. Now that's a little bit too light, so what I'll do is go back to my green right there and just add some of that green and black to it. Get a little bit of the black and just add that. Then I'll come back and fix my tree just like that. You know what? I think I like it better, a little bit of light in it right there. You can always just work with it. Just go with whatever you like right there. But I'm trying to get it a little bit lighter through here because my trees are going to go be right there. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. So now we're going to start on our trees. Let me wipe my hands off. Well, what I did, I took this bottle here. This was black, and it was almost empty. Had just a little bit left, and I made the whole bottle this green. So, because I did this last year when we were doing, I did the Christmas trees, the one I did online the other night with the green, a paint party, and so I needed a bunch of green. So I had some more, but then I needed extra. So I mixed this bottle full, and so anyway, I mixed a bunch. So, but yeah, if I was doing it just a little bit, I would probably do the same thing, not mix nearly enough. But no, I mixed a bunch, so I have plenty. Paula, I'll be praying for you, sweetie. I sure will, in Jesus' name. Touch her. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Christy. Hey, love. Did y'all see? Now, Deb Brown is my friend, and she does this all the time, which I've been wanting to do it for a very long time. But I added some more little mirrored things on it. I've been wanting to. Oh, I've got it backwards, y'all. Let me fix it. Let's see if that's right. Did it change? Yeah. But it's do the resin. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it for myself. And if y'all wanted to know how, I would show y'all. But I added more glass to the edges on it. I'm probably add a little bit more right here too. But anyway, I thought it turned out so cute. But anyway, I'm just on a scattered brain here tonight. I love the glass on it. Love it. And I was wanting to do it, and I'm taking a class from a lady that is awesome. She is so good in the glass. She cuts her own glass and all that. So I'm trying to learn how to do all that. And you take plates and bowls and glasses, and you cut them with a cutter to make your pieces make like curves and leaves, and so I'm trying to learn all that. So once I learn, I'll be glad to pass it along to y'all. Okay, so we're going to start with our tree next. And since my trees have disappeared in my background, it's no biggie. We'll just put as many trees as we want. But I'm going to start right here because I did have a little one right here. So I'm just going to draw a line where I had my trees. You know what? That one needed to be a little bit shorter. That's okay. Let me wipe it off. I need that one to be a little bit shorter. So I'm going to do it on down that way. And then this one is a little bit taller. There we go. Just like that. And I'm just doing some little lines here. This one's going to be lower. I'm going to do it about right there. And I'm going to do it down in here. Then we're going to start on this side. We're going to start with the tall one on the hill. And then I'm going to do one here. And then we'll have one that's kind of a silhouette tree, which means it's going to be real dark right there. And then a smaller one right here. Okay, so that's where my trees are going to go. And I'm going to take my little brush. Let me get... Now there's several ways that you can do trees. You can use... I'm trying to find all my brushes. I knocked them down. So the other night... You can use, this one's kind of big, but you can use a fan brush to do your edges. You just use the side. Let me show you real quick on how to do a fan brush. I'm probably not going to do this tonight, but I'll just show you how to do it. I'm just going to put just some paint on one side, and I'm going to start at the bottom of the tree because I did a lot of paint. And then you just kind of just tap it in like this. Just do some tappings. And it's going to do it very, what do you call it? Not very thick. And then you can start like that. You need a smaller one than this to really do it. But what I'm going to use is, let me find my brush. I think I'm going to use this one. It's a very, I'm going to try it. It's a very roughed up, no good brush. I'm going to see how it'll look, just to get some little marks in it. We may do different types of trees here, just to get our marks going in it. This one's too thick, but that's okay. I can get the middle part going, and then we can come back with our other brush. Let me just get some thickness in the middle. See, I really like how it's coming out. If I had a little bit smaller brush, I like the way that's coming out. You just use a rough brush. This one's old, and I just let it go because I do use it every now and then. But just kind of tap it in there with that roughness and get your limbs and stuff going. Just like that. Now, I like that one, but I'm going to try another one. We're going to experiment tonight. Okay, I'm going to use a smaller brush. I was going to use a flat, but I'm going to use the angled. And I'm just going to pick up some black on my brush. And we're just going to, I'm going to tap that in right there because I need it pointy. So we're going to do our point. Then we're just going to go across like this and just kind of do different here and there with it. I really like this one better, I think, than any of them. And then just kind of just tap it around. I'm going to tap the branches. I'm doing it thin, and I'll do it down the middle, and then I'll come out. Do it down the middle, and then I'll come out on each side like that. Do the middle, then come out. Now this tree is going to go over on this one because it's a bigger tree and it's in front of that one. So we're doing our limbs a little bit closer. I'll do that kind of pointy there. Then we're just going to come out, do it down the middle, and then go tap it sideways. Tap it sideways. Just like that. There's all kinds of ways you can do trees. I'm going to just tap it in a little bit more right there, like that. Okay, this tree, I want it to look more silhouette, like it's a really full tree, so we're just going to kind of paint it in pretty much. And now I'm just going to do it downward like this. Each side I'm going to go down. It's going to be a really thick tree right here. We want it thick and very dark and silhouette. Okay, so we're just going to tap it in downward like this. Okay. Now we're going to do a very loose tree again. I guess I'll use this one again. And we're going to do the same as we did this one. So I'm going to do my little point. Then I'm just going to start tapping it downward. And then tap in the middle. And then do a branch out. Tap in the middle like that. And then do a branch out. Just make it kind of off, just different sizes, not all one size. So we're going to tap down the middle and then do our limb out and just kind of make it crooked. Just make it all different. Just tap, tap, tap like that. And just tap and then go down the middle again. Give it a little bit of fullness in the middle. And then we're going to tap. I'm going to tap it on down just in case you could see it because I want it to be covered at the bottom. Okay, this one tree right here, I want it to come over just a little bit more. So I'm going to do the limbs just a little bit further over. Like that. Same here. I'm going to make my tree just a little bit bigger so the limbs will come over on this tree. Like that. Very easy. Nothing hard about it. Now the edge one here, we're going to do it to where it's, I'm going to tap it down the middle and then we're just going to tap it all the way down on the side. Okay? Then I'm going to do the top, and then we're going to come on this side and just start moving it down like this on one side. Because this side you won't really see, so this is the side that we need to make it look like there's a tree there. So we're just doing some limbs coming down like that. Okay, so now our big tree, we're going to do it the same way, very simple. We're just going to tap it, tap, 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 and then just do some little markings. Just come on down, do it, tap it in the middle, and we're going to start pulling it outward. Tap, and then start doing some limbs out. Now, if you want it fully, you know, like real full, just go ahead and just paint it in. I'm going to tap down the middle. I'm going to go ahead and tap all the way down the middle like that, just to give it some fullness there. Then I'm going to start pulling the limbs out some. And it's going to go over my other tree here. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit like that. And then just keep on tapping. And that's all we got to do. Very simple, not hard. Just let the brush do the work for you. And like I said, you can use any brush to do this. A flat one would do better. but I couldn't find my flat, and so I'm just showing you. You can use whatever you've got. Okay, this one we're going to come down some and tap in here. Just like that. Do our little point. Just bring it down like that. And then we're going to fill in the middle, and then start with our branches. Fill in the middle, and then just do some more branches coming out. And you want to make them to where they're not super straight, that they're kind of just messy almost. Messy branches. And even, we could even come on further this away with it. Very, very, very easy. Not hard at all. The only thing I would do is right here where I painted over my branch. It's just, I'm going to do it back with the marker and just fill it in there. And I'm looking to see, and then right where, yeah, let me do it a little bit darker. I want to do it kind of messy. Messy. Just make it real kind of crooked. Like that. But y'all, it's not hard. This one is very easy. I'm going to make my tree a little bit wobbly here because I don't want it real straight. Just to give it some good movement. But there we are. Not a hard painting. It's just some steps. And I froze. Am I froze now, y'all? How is that? Is it okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope I didn't freeze up the whole time. You cut your finger. You wear gloves. You have to wear gloves. I'm just now going back. You have to wear certain gloves. I'll show you. I went ahead. These are gloves. They're for it's supposed to help with when you're cutting, and you got to wear eye goggles. And then you've got to have a cutter, and I'll show you the type cutter. You've got to have this kind of cutter here to cut your glass, and it just breaks it. It's amazing to me. It's something I just wanted to try, so it's like, hey, I didn't have to spend a lot of money in doing it. I'm going to go to like the Goodwill or something like that to find me some old glass, and I'm going to be doing it. But anyway, here's our cute little painting. This is as Halloween as I get. This is as Halloween as I get. But anyway, I thought it was cute for this time of the year, and not real spooky or anything, but you know, it's got some cute little things in it. Exactly, Luann, exactly. Let me flip this thing around. But anyway, whoop, it's falling. I'm going to have me up a mile, but see how cute? I hadn't finished my sides, but I'll finish the sides. But it turned out super cute. But yeah, I'll try and find like my 5th painting I ever painted that I love it. But it took me 3 days to paint that thing. It's fine art. I mean, you'll know it's fine art when you see it. But I loved it. It's loose painting, but I love it. It's my style. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And if you'd go on and vote, my thing's crooked. But anyway, I'm crooked. Go on and vote for what y'all like to see painted next month. And that way I'll get it in this weekend and get everything set up and all. We still have one more painting I'm doing. I think I'm doing it Halloween night. So anyway, next Tuesday. And I forget what it is. But anyway, it's one more painting that I'm doing. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm doing 2 next week, y'all. My hair, it's time for it to come down. But anyway, y'all have a good one. And if y'all would, before you go, I need y'all to put in here a number 1 through 250. I need every one of you to put me a number in, because I've got to give away some door prizes. And so this would just help me faster if y'all put in a number for me. That way I don't have to do it, and I can get it. Just put any number from 1 to 250 in there. That way I can give away some door prizes from last night. I think it was last night, yesterday, whatever it was. 28, there's one. Okay, thank you, Barbara. 152, Debbie, thank you. I need some more. 85, thank you, Luann. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And 75, awesome. Okay, I appreciate it, girls. I thank you. And 63, y'all are an awesome people. And 114, yay! Y'all help me out tremendously. So those are the ones that are going to be winning. So I'm going to have to count. But anyway, I thank y'all. And y'all have a good night. And I will see y'all maybe later this week. I don't know. I don't know what my schedule is tomorrow. But anyway, y'all have a good one. And good night. Get to feeling better, Paula. And I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.